Hi, Stephen again. This is, I think, the fourth vlog now. Um, I thought I'd try an outside broadcast today, as you can see, and it's not warm here. It's 12 degrees and it's 6:30 in the evening. Where to start? Nothing again has much happened. We're not allowed out. We walk the dogs. We actually met somebody on the track, which caused some consternation with our dogs because they don't really like strangers. And that person wasn't supposed to be on the tracks because they're supposed not to be walking out about under the restrictions, but they seem to think that because they're in the campo, they can wander about at will. It's all right for those of us that live up here to do so, but I do take umbrage when strangers do it because we don't know if they're infected or not. That said, who can blame them? You are going to get a little bit frustrated if you can't go for your jog that you're normally going to do in the town because of the restrictions. One thing we are all very frustrated about, I think, is the fact that people are still being allowed to fly in from all over the place. And we've still got, certainly in the UK, I've seen that they're still picking people up from boats in the Channel, and rather than taking them back to France where they came from, they're bringing them into the UK. And again, they could very well be infected. I understand the arguments about immigrants and refugees and things. I would point out that there is no war in France, so they're not fleeing a war-torn area. But having said that, the main thing about this is to protect our population from the spread of this wretched virus, because certainly for people my age, for people with asthma like Barbara, this is a killer disease. It's okay for youngsters, and I know people like Nish Kumar wants to see us all dead anyway because we're old. And possibly there are one or two Telegraph journalists and what have you that are saying similar. A cull of the old would be a good thing for the NHS and all that sort of stuff. Well, yeah, maybe it would be if you look at it from all practical purposes, but come on. I've been paying my stamp for ages. I've paid for my old age care. I've paid for my pension. I've hardly used the NHS at all until I had my heart attack, and what brilliant people they are. I've got nothing but praise for the NHS and for the staff that work there. But here in Spain, again, we basically are just locked in, doing nothing, getting more and more frustrated that we can't just nip down the pub or see our friends. We can talk to them on Skype, but it's not the same as sitting down in the sitting room in the back garden when it's warmer, with a glass of wine or a glass of beer and just having a good old chinwag, or to be able to go down to the town and have a meal. And as I understand it, this is now going to be happening very shortly in the UK, so you're now going to find out what we've been going through. I don't know whether it'll be as strict. Maybe it will. I'm not sure of the rules yet in the UK, but certainly here, we can't even go next door for a cup of tea. It's not allowed. And the reasons for that are to stop this disease, is to save our lives. And as vulnerable people, my wife and I are going along with that. Anyway, I hope you've managed to find some toilet roll when all the selfish so-and-sos haven't been hoarding it all. Not to mention food. We still can't find chicken in the shops here, believe it or not. Strangely enough, just chicken. Other meats are in short supplies, but no chicken anywhere. Most extraordinary. Anyway, another boring vlog. Sorry about that. We're all well. Hope you are. Take care of yourself. See ya.